a trap modification build here. It's a lot of things I guess you could say, but what we're doing here is we're going to turn this cage here into this cage here. And this cage was exactly like this cage just 2 days ago. And then we just simply welded on these two pieces of C-channel here. We welded on a bar right here, and then we welded the door up together, and we cut out a lot of metal that was unnecessary for a working cage. And we're first going to show you, before we get into the process, I'm going to just show you how much different we've got the speed of these doors, which one drops faster, and we'll just show you that in a few videos, so stay tuned for that. And so these traps actually are both made by Mercer Lawing. It's an old version of, it's basically a pretty simple cam mechanism here. I have the old version cam and the new version cam. This in here, we made this one. This trap was basically this trap, the exact same size and everything. It was exactly identical. These traps were best buddies, as to say. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do on these cages, I've got this angle grinder here. I really love them because you don't have to have a cord. It's just a Royal power grinder, and it's got a cutoff blade. Make sure you got a cutoff blade when you're cutting something. So what you want to do is, you see the connections here. This one here has a little bar here and a bar here. So we're going to chop those off. We're just going to loosen this door out. So we'll just do that really quick. Of course, you always want to wear eye protection when you're grinding, and that simply frees up our door a little, and that will allow us to pull these out here. So then we pull the door out like this, and that's how that is. So we'll make this door into that door. So we're just chopping that right there and that right there at the lowest bud we can. We're going to chop off this whole bar there. We're going to keep this one on because this one actually links it with everything else. We'll chop this and this right straight off, and we'll grind these down smaller, and we're going to do all that. So that'll make the trap, a lot more efficient, a lot larger, because up until now that cat only has this much room from here to here. When we're doing this, we'll give another inch or so. So that's going to look really good. See, this whole bar right here is just a simple safety bar. It locks the trap in place. So that's coming straight off, and the whole trap is going to work a lot better. It's going to be a lot easier to release animals. If you see that video that's linked up there, you'll see that it had a little bit of trouble actually opening that door for that female that I was releasing, because I had to open the swing door like that, and I had to get my catch pole in there. Whereas with this trap, all I have to do is come over here, get my fingers right here, and raise the trap door up, and then your cat's released. So that's another reason that I love these traps as opposed to these traps. So that's just another reason. So I'll just set you up for another time lapse, and then we'll get back to the video. Okay, so what we did was we cut all those little pieces of metal. That's all we got. Those rods and stuff like that. We just chopped them all out. There is one all the way down there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but so we chopped them all out right there. There was a big rod that went from here all the way to here. We chopped that out, and we made them all into these square sections so they won't bump against the wire while we push this piece off right here. It's a piece of metal right there. And we're gonna pull that off until about this square right here. So we'll use the angle grinder and cut straight down there. Then we will get our metal and just bend it straight up. So we'll take a video of that when it comes to play. So we're gonna go ahead and mark off the place where we want to cut. It's right down here. So we'll get our marker and just kind of make a straight line so then we can cut pretty straight with it. So you can see our cut straight down the line there. You can't even see any black anymore, but that's exactly where the line was. So I think it was right on the this one of these lines right here. So let's see what we got. It shouldn't be that hard. Oh yeah, there, here we go. Pretty good. And of course, I'm gonna be doing a trap build video very soon, like how to build a cage trap video. And I'm gonna use some of these for my pans, so that's very helpful. You can use a lot of these poles and stuff for trap doors and lots of different mechanical functions on your traps. So definitely use those if you're remodeling a trap like I am. Oh, that looks really good. It's a pretty good finish. Of course, to reduce the risk of getting cut by your finger, you know, and getting scraped and stuff, I'm gonna sand that down and then I'm gonna paint it afterwards, so make it all look nice. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off this here with the angle grinder as well. It'll just help me to be able to access this a little bit easier. I'm definitely gonna need to grease this cam up a little. I know Mercer Long, he makes his parts with stainless steel, but this one seems like it's a little rusted or something. I don't know. We'll see about that, but that's like right on the line where I wanted it to cut. You can see right there. So then after that we will go on to reconstruction instead of deconstruction. So stay tuned for that. So that went over pretty quick. It was about 5 minutes. Didn't take that much to do it. So basically this is how the door works now. Just a simple cam, and it's a lot easier to use. I thought I might need grease with that, but I don't think so now. But so yeah, it was just a simple piece of sheet metal right there on the edge, and that was covering up this. So we chopped that out. I did say we were going to be done after that, but I was mistaken. So what we're doing here is we're going to free up this channel here, the C channel right here, or U channel, whatever you want to call it. And this channel right here, we're going to have to cut we're going to cut all the way up here, and then we're going to cut about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch right here. So then it'll be able to access the door. The channel will be able to run cleanly through. So we'll show you how that's done real soon. Okay, so what we have here is we got the C channel. You can see basically the rough shape of it. We're gonna grind it off with the sanding bit of the grinder there, and we're just gonna grind it off to be flush with the rest of this here. And we just cut this whole piece right there, just basically a piece of angle iron right there, and that works nice. And we'll just be doing a little bit of grinding and making it flush like with the rest of it, and then we'll get to the welding. So we're finished demolishing, and now we're going to go to the welding part of the video.